Hi friends! Welcome back. It's been a while. I actually had some time today, so I figured I would record a video. I haven't been on YouTube in a while. I've been super busy with school and life, and recording YouTube videos kind of takes a lot out of my day with filming and editing. And I've also been trying to be more consistent on TikTok as well. I'll link my TikTok down in the bio, and I will also put it on the end screen as well. I was originally going to record this for TikTok, but I felt like it would be better for YouTube, so we're just going to get into it. Also, ignore my hair. I'm getting it done later today, so I didn't even want to like wash it or do anything to it. This is just second day curls. Anyway, so today's video is kind of a fun one. My original plan was to do a full face using only e.l.f. because I have a lot of e.l.f. products. But there are some products that I don't have to do a full face, so I kind of was just like, let's just do a full face of drugstore, but like mostly e.l.f. products. Things are getting expensive nowadays. Most people are still shopping for drugstore makeup just to kind of stay on the affordable side of things. So why not I show you some good suggestions? Let's get into it. So my face is already prepped. I already did all my skincare. That was not drugstore, but it's fine. For a primer, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer as well as the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love both of these primers. I've had the Poreless Putty one for quite a while now. It's almost empty. Using these two products together is going to give your face some grip to hold your makeup and then blur away your pores. I'm gonna do about 2 pumps of the Power Grip. The only thing I don't like about the Power Grip Primer is that it's not the easiest to blend out because it is so sticky. It's a very like jelly-like texture, but it's hard to like smoothly blend into your skin. So she's so sticky. Next, going in with the pore primer. I'm literally just taking like a scoop of it on my hands and then gonna focus that in my T-zone area because that's where I have the most like open pores. And I just tap this in. It really just blurs everything. I zoomed y'all in a little bit. Although I'm like cutting off the top of my head. Next product. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I love this stuff. When I first saw it like go hype on TikTok, I was like, oh, like that doesn't look like that special. But it's a Charlotte Tilbury dupe for their Flawless filter. I'm not a huge fan of like heavy foundations anymore. I still wear them from time to time, but I don't wear them on an everyday basis anymore. And this is super light coverage as well. And it gives you just really nice like radiance glow on your skin, which I'm more into now. So I'm just using that all across my face. This is considered a primer, but for me, I just use it as my base, my foundation, because it does give me okay coverage. I'm just gonna blend that out with a brush. This is the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. This is like the third one I've gone through. I love this sponge. And it's only, I want to say like $6. I'm actually like, what made me want to do this full face using e.l.f. products? I was at work the other day. I work at Ulta, if you don't know. And I spent my entire shift doing inventory adjustments on e.l.f. And I was just looking at all the products and I was like, wow, I have a lot of these. Like, and they're really good products, so maybe I should make a video on it. For me, I like my natural skin tone to come through, so I like my natural redness to kind of pop a little bit, as well as any type of like beauty marks, freckles, anything like of that sort. So something light like that is perfect for what I'm looking for. But I will say, if you are looking for more coverage, say like a tinted moisturizer or a foundation, I do have some products to offer. If you're looking on the drugstore side, 2 of my favorite foundations and tinted moisturizers are the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. This is super lightweight as well, but it does give you that coverage. And since it's a moisturizer, it does also hydrate you as well because it has that hyaluronic acid in it. This is one of my favorite like foundations to bring onto vacation with me because it's so quick and easy to apply. You can apply it with a sponge, with a brush, or even just your hands. And then if you're looking for more of a full coverage foundation that might have some like radiance in it, I also really like this is the Juvias Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation. Now if you're looking for something a little bit more full coverage once again, but maybe has a little bit more of a mattifying finish, maybe for somebody that's super oily, this is the Maybelline Super Stay. They have a new formula of it. I think it's called the Maybelline Activewear. There's a lot of foundations to offer. LA Girl Pro Matte's really good, as well as the L'Oreal Infallible Freshwear. This is a good one. I would definitely rebuy this again. I should probably throw this out because it definitely is expired. But yeah, those are just some options as well. I'm gonna go in with concealer now. I have 2 to choose from, but 3 that I really like. This is one of my favorite concealers. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer. This is definitely a little bit more of like a medium to full coverage concealer. This is one of my all-time favorite concealers. This is one of my favorite because it is a concealer serum, so it's super lightweight and it also gives you that very light coverage if you're looking for something lighter. This is also one of my favorites too. It's actually running out. And this is probably like my 3rd bottle of it, but this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I recommend this one to be like a dupe for the Tarte Creamy Shape Tape. I think I'm gonna go in with the NYX one today just because I do want to go with something a little bit lighter. I don't use a ton, but I do use this all over. So my chin, under my eyes, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and then there as well. I didn't do my eyebrows yet. Okay, it's fine. I just take the excess of it and then I just kind of apply it to like wherever else I need it. So maybe like my eyelids to cover up my redness. Maybe like a little bit on my cheek area. Maybe by my nose. Just stamp some there. I'm going to use a different sponge to blend it in. This is the concealer sponge from e.l.f. I love this because of how like spongy it is, and it's also very small but also pointy enough that I can get into like my inner corner. You can like already see just how much it brightened. I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows now before I forget to do them. Usually when I get my brows done now, I'll do a wax, a tint, and a lamination. That way I kind of don't have to spend so much time on my eyebrows. My brows usually switch day to day. I almost always go in for that soap brow look, but depending on if I want to go in and apply some extra hair-like strokes to my brows or underline my brows to kind of shape them a little bit better, that kind of just switches day by day on what I'm feeling. For my brow pencil, this is the Juvias Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil. If you're looking for something similar that is still sold in store, honestly, Ulta Beauty has one, NYX has one, pretty sure Makeup Revolution has one. I just take this and I brush my brows out a little bit, and then I just go ahead and I underline it very, very softly just to kind of add that shaping into it. Not much. For my brow pen, this is also the Juvias Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pen, and this is in the shade medium brown. This is also not sold in stores anymore. It is on the Juvias Place website, but for a dupe of this one, NYX has one. With my brow pens, I normally just am really light-handed and I add some extra hair-like strokes into the outer portion of my brows, and then I kind of just like do really quick mini strokes towards the front. You can leave them like this if you desire. I'm not going to, just because for me they're still a little bit too blocky. So I'm just gonna brush that product through. And then one of the products that I've been loving is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. Mine looks a little gross. I probably should not be using it, but it turned into that after I left it open one night. So it's not usually this cloudy. It's supposed to be completely clear, but it's fine. And then what I use for that is the e.l.f. Brow Lift Applicator. So you get the spatula on one side and then the spoolie on the other. I just bent this in place to kind of make it easier to dip it in. But this is like gonna give you that soap brow look. And I just take a little bit on the spoolie, kind of brush it in there. a little bit. And then I just go through and I brush my brows up into place. This just kind of really gives you that like feathered brow effect. Don't worry, it looks a little hectic until we actually define them. Also, like I said, I need my brows done, so don't judge. And this also just really like sets them into place too. So this is where we are now. Like I said, looks a little crazy. Don't worry. My camera stopped recording again, so I went ahead and I carved out my brows and finished them. But this is what the finished eyebrows look like when they're all carved out and completely lifted. I just like this look a lot more because I feel like it lifts my facial structure when they're lifted like that. So it does more lifting rather than dragging down when they look a little blocky. Now that the brows are done, I'm going to move back into the face. We already have our base set down, but I'm not going to powder just yet because I am going to go in and use some cream bronzer and cream contour. We're going to start off with cream contour. I don't typically contour usually. Normally I just kind of go in and cream bronze. That way I can kind of give myself like that tanned, sun-kissed look. So I have two shades of the e.l.f. putty bronzer. So we have Honey Drip and Golden Daze. Honey Drip is a little bit more cool tone for me, so it kind of helps give me that like shadowed contour look. And then Golden Daze is a little bit deeper as well as more kind of warm toned. So there's the difference. But for both, I go in and I use the e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. I just swivel it around, get some product on there. And then for contour, I just kind of follow my cheekbone. And then I go in with whatever's remaining on my brush and I do just a very, very light contour around my eye bone and nose area. And then I just go ahead and I take the other side and I just stipple that until it's blended. I stipple more than I rub, because obviously when you rub liquid on liquid or a cream on liquid, it's just gonna pull that product, slip it around a little bit. So I always recommend just dabbing. And then this time I focus the product more so up towards my like temple, just a little bit higher up. And I kind of just place that in a big blob on my cheek. For cream blush, I usually switch between two different ones. This is the Colourpop Blush Stix. I believe this is in the shade 25-8. And then this is the Luminous Putty Blush from e.l.f. I do really like this one, however, it is a little bit lighter, so I don't always go for it. But this one is in the shade Belize. I think I'm going to go in with the Colourpop one. And for this one, because it's a stick, I just stamp it directly on my cheekbones. And then to blend that out, I just have this putty blush brush from e.l.f. Now we are going to go in and we are going to set everything. For powder, I have been loving this stuff. This is the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. This is exactly what the title is. It just sets everything for you while also brightening up your T-zone area, because that's where I apply it. And I just take it on like one of those like triangular powder puffs, dab some off on my hand, and then I just go ahead and I set my under eye. Now to set down the bronzer, I'm going to go in with my tried and true. This is so old but so good. This is my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm just taking a little bit of this and I'm just going to pat it in. My camera stopped again and I had to change the SD card. I'm just continuing my bronze. And I just like using a big fluffy brush for this because I can kind of like be messy with my bronzer. I don't really care about, what's the word, exact placement. So yeah. That's about it for the bronzer. For my blush, one of my favorites is the Ulta Beauty Flushed Blush. This is in the shade Pink Prosecco. This is more of like a coral shade. I'm gonna take my really dirty blush brush and just gonna take a little bit, and then I'm only gonna focus this on like my temples. Now for highlighter, because I love highlighter. I'm never gonna get rid of it. This is the Revlon Skin Lights highlighter in 201 Daybreak Glimmer. I'm just taking a little bit of this and I'm just gonna apply some on my cheeks. Okay, now to go in and do the eyes. I have so many drugstore palettes. I don't even buy prestige high-end palettes anymore for my eyeshadow. My whole collection is pretty much drugstore. But this is one of my most recent favorites. This is the Juvias Place, the Coffee Shop palette. Look at that palette. Look at those colors. We're just gonna go in and do a neutral look today. I'm gonna start with this shade right here. It's a little bit more of like a tan neutral color. And I am just going to blend that all over my lid. But I'm going to focus it more in like the main crease area. This is gonna be my transition shade. I'm gonna go in with something a little bit deeper just to kind of focus it more in like the crease area. I'm gonna take this deeper brown here, just taking that on a little smaller brush, and I'm going to pack it into like my crease area. I'm gonna start by packing it and then I'm gonna go ahead and feather it out. I'm gonna take a huge fluffy blending brush with no extra product on it, and I'm just gonna blend that all throughout. I should have had you guys like zoomed in more, sorry. Also, my camera's literally about to die. I'm having so many malfunction problems. Going with a little bit of a deeper brown. I think I'm gonna use this guy down here on a more like densely packed brush, and I'm really only just gonna focus that on my outer V here. Just for that super light neutral smoky eye. Next, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add something a little bit lighter in the inner corner, so I am actually just gonna take my finger with this like stark white, and I'm just gonna apply that directly to the inner corner of my eye, just to kind of brighten it a little bit. Okay, I just took like a 30-minute break because I had to let my camera charge, but I'm back. So before my camera died, I think I finished just like applying the brown eyeshadow to my outer corner, and then I kind of went a little bit deeper with it. So what I did was I took a small flat brush and I took this deep brown shade here, and I kind of did a little bit of a shadow liner. Can't really tell now. It's a little bit more smoky. And then I went in with this deep brown and I kind of smoked it out a little bit more. And then I went in with this shimmer shade here and I applied it just in the middle, not fully into my inner corner. And then I took that same shade and I applied it onto my lower lash line. So we're looking a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more deeper now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some mascara on. This is not a drugstore mascara, but I really like it because it's brown. This is the Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara. And I'm just gonna apply a very light layer to both my top and bottom lashes. All right. I always have such a hard time picking up my lashes for the day because I have two of these big books. And I never know which ones I want to do, whether I want to go like full dramatic or a little bit softer with like a little bit of like a flare at the end. Okay, I think the lashes that I'm going to attempt to put on today are going to be the Juvias Place lashes in the style Asiza. I like that. Okay, let's go in and do lips. I always like to stay a little bit more neutral with my lips. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with the NYX lip pencil. This is in the shade Nude Truffle. Oh, I spend so much time doing my liner. And then for lipstick, I'm gonna take, this is the e.l.f. O Face Satin Lipstick in the shade Dirty Talk. I love these lipsticks, not gonna lie. And then we're gonna set with our Milani Facial Setting Spray. And that is the finished look. If you're interested about any of the products, I will list them all down below. I will list all my social media down in the description box as well, and then it'll also be on the end screen. I gotta go though, because my camera's dying, and I gotta leave soon to get my hair done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again soon. It was nice hanging with you guys again. I'll see you soon.